Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Oh, today we're going to be taking a look at another flashlight. This is the Brinyte PT28 Oathkeeper. It is the next in the evolution of the Oathkeeper line. If you remember here a few months back, I reviewed the PT18 Oathkeeper, which we will take a look at for reference here in just a minute. But this is the PT28. Now, right off the bat, I will tell you that the PT28 to me is a little more EDC friendly than what the PT18 was. Now, the PT18 was still a fantastic flashlight. As a matter of fact, it is my bedside light. It's a fantastic flashlight. There's a couple of really nice features that I like about it, and fantastic light. But we're going to check out its, what should we call it, little brother? This is the second one. So yeah, the PT28. First off, we'll zoom out here, and we'll just take a quick look at everything that you get. Now, see, mine came in just a plain box. That's not the way they will be available in manufacturers, and they currently are not available. In talking to Kitty, the person I work with at Brinyte, she was not 100% sure on when they were going to be coming available. They've got a lot of stuff going on in China, so she's not 100% sure when they're going to hit the market. But she feels it's going to be very soon. But I told her I would go ahead and get this review out. But you're going to get pretty much the same heavy-duty nylon sheath that you got with the PT18. Got your belt clip. Got a place for an extra battery here. Holes on both sides, so no matter how you're using this, let me see it here, get it in there. You can use it even when it's in the holster, which that's kind of an interesting little feature. I know you've probably noticed one of the interesting features on it already, but we'll get to that. You get some extra O-rings, of course, and then you get this paracord lanyard, which is cool. You got all that with the PT18 as well, but then in the box, Kitty threw something in there very, very nice, and I want to show this and say thank you. It's this very, very nice, ornate pouch, and just this little Brinyte fingernail clipper keychain thing. So thank you very much, Kitty. That was very, very nice of you. Now I'm pretty sure these don't come with every PT28, but I had to get that in there and tell her thank you very much for that. That was awesome. Very, very nice of her. So now, just for reminder's sake, here is the PT18 Oathkeeper. Now, as you can see there, the PT28 is a lot smaller and a lot more. My biggest thing with the PT18 was, it's got a much wider bezel. It's a little bit bigger, and I just don't carry stuff in my pouch. I don't. Now, the PT28, as you can see, if that one will stay there, does have a pocket clip on it. So that's very cool. So the 28 is just much more conducive to EDC in my mind. But the feature I did like about the 18, and careful guys, here's a strobe warning, is the one-touch strobe. I mean, to me, that is absolutely fantastic, and that's why it sits by my bed. I have a light that in a unfortunate situation that I would, I have that option. I have that available to me. Just boom, right there. Love that feature on the PT18. But now, the PT28, pretty much the same aircraft grade aluminum construction. I mean, same color scheme as the PT18, which I did like. That kind of, I don't know, it's almost like a dull bronze, but I'm digging it. I like that. Still have the crenulated bezel. Nice texturing on it. You've got your magnetic charging port, which we'll talk about a little bit more. Side switch button, still the same. Glows green to let you know it's ready to go. As I said there, you have the pocket clip. And of course, as you can see there, you've got your tactical ring, which is much more substantial than came with the PT18. The PT18 basically just had a silver, fairly slim, really didn't look like it actually went with the flashlight kind of tactical ring. But this one, as you can tell, is much more substantial. And you even have, well, you got even a little bit of an attitude adjuster there. So that, depending on where you live, could potentially be an issue. To be perfectly honest with you, I won't carry it with this on there just because I don't like carrying it that way. And there you have a single tail switch on this one. So you do not have the one-touch strobe feature that you had. That's one thing I kind of wish they would have kept that on the PT28. But to take this off, I'm going to take this off because I don't use it with it on there. I just put it on there so you could see it. But an interesting note, if you do carry it with the tactical ring, you can see there are kind of alignment triangles. And on the inside of here, you will see that there are grooves or kind of protrusions. And you'll have one right now, they're sitting there at 3 and 9 o'clock. You can kind of see those protrusions. When you're putting it on, you want to line the arrows up with those protrusions. Because if you don't, you'll kind of jam it on there and could mess it up. But that's how it goes on. That's your alignment. And by doing so, when you screw it on, it will be in the proper position for usage. So, something to think about there. Now, since we got it open, it does come with one IMR 18650. It does run on a single 18650 or two 123As. Now, I said it's magnetic charging, and it does come with this kind of like braided, there's a braided nylon, I'm believing, cable. A very, very nice cable. As you can see, it's USB. It is plugged into my computer right now, and it lights up blue when it has power to it. But that cable is really, really nice. I like that cable better than just the plain old white cables that you get with most of your cell phone chargers and that type of thing. So a little bit heavier duty cable, which is actually pretty nice. But as you can see there, there's your charging port, and boom, there you go. Now you're charging. Oh, not when I disconnect it, you're not. Now it'll flash orange, and a red light tells you you are charging. Like I said, red light tells you are charging. Green light, when this is connected, when your charging cable is connected, will tell you it's fully charged. And orange, you saw there, it does momentarily come up orange when you connect it. Let's see that again. And then it goes to red. If it comes up orange and stays orange, that tells you that there is some sort of abnormal condition in your flashlight. Doesn't specify what kind of abnormal condition, but it just tells you that something's not exactly right. Maybe, could be the batteries in. It does have reverse polarity protection, so that could be a potential issue if your battery's in wrong or something like that. But then, boom, disconnect it, and it says, I believe it's 5 seconds, and maybe it made a liar out of me. Maybe it's more like 10. There it is. You've got a charge. Now, with your charging light, green means you're 70 to 100%. If it's orange, that's 30 to 70%. Red is 10 to 30%. And a flashing red means charge it now. It's less than 10%. So, overall, it's a really, really comfortable light. You know, a little bit bigger than your most of your everyday EDC flashlights, but I am really liking this one. So you're going to have your 5 modes of operation. Well, sorry, 6, really. You're going to have low, medium, high, turbo, SOS, and strobe. It does have a memory function. You turn it on, and it comes on to the last one it was in. Sorry that I put it on high or turbo for you. But there, as you can see, we have light. That's low. Low is 10 lumens. Got a runtime of 90 hours. Kick it up. Single press. Duh. It does hit there. No, I was just showing you how to memory mode. I shut it off in low and it comes back on low. This is how you change right here. Medium. 60 lumens. 16 hours runtime. High. 360 lumen. 3.5 hours of runtime. Turbo. 1600 lumens. And that's for 1 minute, and then it kicks down. Doesn't necessarily, I can't find what it says it kicks down to, but it'll run for 1.8 hours. Your medium, double click strobe. There you go. Double click strobe, and then double click again, and it puts it in SOS mode. I wasn't double clicking fast enough. And then single click goes back to the mode it was on when you turned it off. Turn it off. Memory mode. Just some other stats about the PT28. It's got an IP68 waterproof rating, impact resistant to 1 meter, and it says it does have a throw of 245 meters. So what do you think? We should go outside. Go outside and get some beam shots, I think. Hang on a second, and I'll meet you outside. Alright guys, we're back outside. Now here we are on low. There's the fence. The fence for me is approximately, I believe it's about 30 feet right about now. That's low. You can make it out pretty well. Over here, there's some trees back there. Can't quite make them out on low. If we kick it up to medium. There we go. Kick it up to medium. Now you can really see the fence. You can start to make out the trees. That's 60 lumens. Those trees are probably about 50 to 60 feet away at the end of that white fence there. Just past the white fence. Now there's 360 lumens out there. You can really make out the trees now. The fence, without a doubt. And there is turbo at 1600. Pretty much lights it up. Now, as you can see here, this model has quite a bit of flood on it. You don't have that super strong center beam on it. This one has quite a bit of throw to it, which, I mean, the beam is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can kind of make out the center beam there, but not a lot of flood. Let's see the PT18. I brought that out here. That one has a little bit more defined beam to it, a little bit. But as you can tell on the Oathkeeper, or the 28, a little bit more flood. 18, little bit more center beam. So I like that aspect, definitely. Now you can see that big tree down there. That big tree is probably, I'd say 90 to 100 feet away. But you can make it out pretty well. But a good wide throw to it, which I really like. All right, guys, as you can tell, it's raining. Let's go back inside, and we'll wrap this up before I knock the tripod over. Well, there you go, guys. You kind of got an idea of what the PT28 Oathkeeper can do as far as throw and beam goes. Like I said, it doesn't have that quite pronounced center beam to it, but it does have a lot of nice throw. And at 1600 lumens, well, it can pretty much light up the night for you. Now, this version, Kitty told me it has an MSRP of $122. As you know, MSRPs are a little bit higher than what it normally is when it hits stores. She didn't have an exact retail price to it. So keep your eyes open. I will try to update it when I know and can give you a little bit more solid number on that. But thanks as always, guys, for checking out the PT28 Oathkeeper from Brinyte with me today. As always, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.